And now for something completely different. Welcome. My name is Janz Castelo, and let's see, yep, mics seem to be on. Let me know if the audio is fine. My name is Janz Castelo, and I'm the artistic director of the Buffalo Chamber Players. Today we're trying something slightly different, or completely different, as the intro announced. We're here in Asbury Hall, and behind me is our player piano. And yeah, so this should be kind of fun. We have today, there's not going to be actually any real playing, I guess, or human playing. It's all going to be done by our player piano, and I'll tell you a little bit about it very soon. Yeah, let me see if I can make this work. I'm hoping, I'm trying to see, let's see, if I can make, let me see, now, let's see, is this working? Oh, yes, I wanted to show you around Asbury Hall really quickly. Let me know if the audio is fine, if anybody can type in the chat if you can hear me, or if you can't hear me. I'm trying a lavalier mic this time, which is slightly different, and we brought all the equipment in today, so there may be things not working properly. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Let's see, let me switch scenes. So yeah, so here's where we are. Sorry for, this is my cell phone, so sorry for all the motion. Audio is good, thank you, crazy cellist. So here's my setup, and here is our piano. And here is this awesome, awesome, awesome venue, Asbury Hall. I don't know how many of you have been here, but the chamber players will be spending a lot of time in here. So here, let me switch back to the regular camera. Let's see, how do I do that? Okay, here we go. Hey, welcome back. So this piano that is behind me is George Steck is the maker. It was made in the 1920s. It has a serial number. I have to try to figure out when exactly in the 1920s it was made. But what makes it special is that it's a dual art reproducing piano. And what's a reproducing piano? It's a piano that if you put in a room with other pianos, you get baby pianos. No, just kidding. A reproducing piano is a piano that has piano rolls, and it's similar to a player piano, and it can use rolls from a player piano, but it goes a step further. The player piano is actually meant to be somewhat interactive, like where perhaps if turn of the century, like early 1900s, if you didn't know how to play the piano, but you wanted to sort of get the sense of playing a piano, you could buy a player piano and put the rolls. And wait, thank you for laughing at my jokes. I appreciate it. So you would put rolls, and the rolls would just control the notes and durations, but you still had a lot of freedom with levers. And I'll show you in a little bit how that goes on ours, to make things louder, softer, change the tempo, or bring out the bass, or bring out the melody, things like that. But in the teens, 1913 or so, Duo Art, and there were two other companies that also made reproducing pianos. The reproducing piano is a little bit more like a jukebox in that you put a roll, and the roll spins and plays the instrument. But in addition to playing the notes, it can actually control dynamics like softness, loudness, and it's a lot more expressive. So this is the kind of thing that you would put during a dinner party. And actually, I left that roll at home. There's one that's actually called dinner party roll number 3 or number 4 or whatever. And you just let it play, and it even has a feature that it can rewind and play again, repeat. And it just sounds as if you had a pianist in your house. And actually, some of the rolls we'll be playing today, we have George Gershwin recorded one we'll be playing later. We also have Horowitz playing, and Paderewski as well. So some big names back then were recording these things. So, but let me stop talking and let's start playing something. So this roll, I haven't played it yet, so I hope it plays okay. This one, it's not going to be a duo art roll. It's going to be a player piano roll. And this is Irving Berlin's Alexander's Ragtime Band. And let me see if I'm going to switch cameras here so you see better as I load it in. You won't see me as much, but that's okay. You don't need to see me. You've seen me enough. So here, I'll show you over here. I have to flip something here. You load them in. Okay. You put it over here. Then you have to spin it enough to cover a hole over there. Here it gives you I don't know if you can see in the camera, there's writing here that tells you what the tempo is, and it says tempo 70. So I'll show you that in a second. Over here, there's a secret compartment with all these levers, and maybe I can take this camera later down and show you better. But it has a tempo here, so I need to see tempo 70. Okay, I have set the tempo to 70. Okay, just watch it not work, but and then, oh, I need to change my microphone. Let me turn on the other microphone. Piano microphone. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me from the other mics, but I hit play and we go. Off we go. So that's that. That was Irving Berlin's Alexander's Ragtime Band. And if you can see what the piano's doing now, it's rewinding. It rewinds the roll, which is pretty amazing. I think it's really cool. And you could set it up so that, yeah, I got to talk now while it rewinds so we can put the next roll. But, and there it just stopped. And if you don't feel like getting up every time, like I said, you could put, there's some rolls that are longer that have medleys, and while you're having dinner or doing whatever it is that you're doing at your home, you would put it on repeat. It has a repeat feature, and it would just rewind and start over. So it's really cool. So let me take that one out, and let me get this off, okay. Let me find the box for it before I start losing them all. You see, I already lost the box for that. Well, oh, I know why, because that one didn't have a box. So this, you can ask my wife. We have, this piano was given to the Buffalo Chamber Players, Glenn Gibson, Melinda Gibson, super generous gift to us. And it's been in the basement of Kleinhans since, I think, January, because we didn't have a place to put it. And luckily, we've been able to bring it here to Asbury Hall, and it's going to be here for quite a while. And it's really cool. I should give you I guess let's talk about how it works. The instrument is all, since it's from the 1920s. Today we have digital versions of these, but this is all a pneumatic machine. If you look underneath, it does have a plug, but what the plug does, it just drives a big wheel motor that drives bellows. And it's all controlled by pneumatics. And let me see if I can do the other camera. Okay, let's see. I can pull this off. Let me pull this off. Just give me a sec, and I'll do this without breaking anything. Okay, so if you see here, let me see if I can do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, over here, there are all these perforations here, and this is what the piano picks up. Yes, cat guy, Bob Berkman. I've been talking to him, and maybe we'll feature him over here pretty soon. So okay, so all these, there's a vacuum through these, and the paper roll stops the vacuum on all of these, and anytime that there's a hole, it breaks the vacuum and it activates whatever note that is, and it breaks, by breaking the vacuum, that's what drives the valves or the pistons basically that hit the notes. And you know, I can't take you down below it with this camera, unfortunately, but maybe I'll do that with my cell phone later. But let's play some more music, because that's what we're here for. Let's see. But yes, Katka, I emailed Bob Berkman, and I don't know how many, let me change cameras. I don't know how many of you know Bob Berkman. He plays the pianola, which is a precursor of the player piano. Or I guess it is a type of player piano, and he'll probably correct me later. But I've been in touch with him, and we're going to talk next week to see what we can do together. Because not only am I interested in the history of this instrument and player pianos, but also I want to see how contemporary composers can perhaps write works for us using our player piano and us playing as well. So it's definitely, Bob is a great resource who lives right here in Buffalo. Let's see. Yeah, did Paul say Terry? Yeah, Terry Riley's in C. That'd be great. So what am I going to play now? Oh, okay. King Cotton's March by Sousa. We opened with Sousa, and we're going to move on to more Sousa. This one is also. Hold on a second. Let me switch cameras here. Okay. This one is also just a regular player piano roll. It's not a duo art. We'll get to those in a little bit so you hear what the difference is. Okay, that's there. You roll it down enough. Tempo is 85. So there's a tempo indication here that you just move up to 85. And I'll leave it like this so you can see it. Let me turn on the piano. All the mics are on, so that's fine. And away we go. So that's that. And even the high note at the end, it probably is just a hole in the roll that made that note. Um, yes, Bill. Indeed, 4 hands, actually no hands. It's true. And so the question was asked if it works as a regular piano, and it does. So it does. I can't play piano. I'm a violist, not a pianist. So yeah, but it does work as a regular piano, and that was part of the appeal, that you could buy an instrument for your home that you could use to play piano, but when you didn't feel like playing it or couldn't and wanted to entertain instead, you could put it as a player piano or as a reproducing piano. And what's amazing of these things is also the cost. I believe in the 1920s this would have been around between $4,000 and $5,000 at the time, which is close to $70-something thousand now. These things probably cost as much as a house back then, and so it was definitely not for everybody, unfortunately. So we're very lucky to have it now. It's incredibly heavy. We've had to move it and roll it around, and I would guess even though it's a baby grand, it's probably around 700 to 800 pounds, and it's all because of all that mechanism in it. Let's see if we play a duo art roll. I do have one that I want to close with later, so I won't play that one now. Oh, where's that Paderewski? Is this the one? No, that is not the one. Where is the Paderewski one? I'll be right. Let me find it. Oh, did I not bring it? Well, I'm sure. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yes, it's Chopin. Here, actually, these are really cool. These are beautiful. So I don't know if you can see there. Let me move it. Vals Brillant, and it says played by Ignaz Paderewski, Chopin. And if you look further up, there's even a picture of him, which is really cool. And with his signature, the signature shows that it is indeed authorized by the artist. And yeah, so let me load it up. And something interesting of this process, they would have been recorded with the pianist. Well, recorded. The pianist would have played, and the machine would have made all the perforations of the performance. And what that would capture was what notes were played, how long they were held, and things like that. And at the same time as that was done, there was a separate engineer that would record volumes, like this is soft, this is loud, and that was not, the systems could not capture that in real time. That actually had to be added on the sides. On the left side of the roll would have the bass end, and on the right side would have the treble. But I would imagine much like a recording now, that the artist would listen back and approve. That's why it would have been done that way back then, and that's why it has the signature and the photo of the artist. And I guess it was probably good publicity too. But I know of Paderewski, but I've actually never heard him play. So let me switch so you see what I'm doing. You load it up, you match it up here. So I have to flip that. Let me see here. So this is Chopin Vals Brillant, Opus 34, number 1, for a pianist out there that want to play along. And you know, the cool thing with this is you could also sit at the piano and pretend to play and impress your friends. Okay, so the tempo, it gets up here, it says 90, so I move it up to 90, and there is 90. I move it over to play, and away we go. and there it goes into rewind. That was pretty amazing. You know, I was just looking up. Paderewski passed away. He died in 1941, and you know, here I'm sitting next to basically Paderewski playing the piano. It's pretty amazing. And yes, I think Ellen pointed out that he played a wrong note. It could have also been a bad hole punch. Also, just so you know, there are 2 bass notes on the instrument that are currently not playing. They play manually, but they're not playing with the player piano mechanism. Tomorrow, our piano technician is going to be looking at it, taking it apart, and hoping we can get to it with just taking a panel, because it's sort of like an engine, a car engine that basically, to get to the clutch or the transmission, you have to basically take the whole thing apart. Even a traditional piano, you can pull out the action, the keys and the action to work on them. In this, before you can even get to pulling the action out, there's about an hour and a half of disassembly that you have to do, of all the hoses and things. It's a nightmare. So maybe those were the wrong notes, Ellen. We'll see. Let's see. I want to give some choices. Okay, we can play more than these, but let's see. We have. Oh, where is this one? Okay, we have 3 choices, so please vote in the chat. We have Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And then we also have, I have never heard this one, but it just sounded great, so I grabbed it. I have about 400 rolls in the attic that I need to catalog, but this one's called The Naughty Waltz. With a name like that, you can't go wrong. The Naughty Waltz. Or the third choice we have here is I Left My Heart in San Francisco. So feel free to offer in the chat while I put away the other roll if you want to hear Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, The Naughty Waltz, or I Left My Heart in San Francisco. I mean, we might have time to play all 3. We'll see. Those are not duo art. They're just regular players. So feel free to vote while I take this one apart. If not, I'm going to choose it. So that was Paderewski. Let's put this one away. I might save the Horowitz. Yeah, Naughty Waltz. Oh, wait. There's a Boogie Woogie. Yeah, I think everybody wants the. Oh, Ellen's saying 1, 2, or 3. You know, everybody. Yeah, I think we got to go with the Naughty Waltz. There's another one I brought that's. It's a 1-step and it's called Kinky. We might, depending how the Naughty Waltz goes, we may venture into Kinky. So let me pull out the. Oh, and you know, something that's fascinating. I haven't been saying. Well, I said Paderewski played the last one, but all the rolls, which I think is fascinating. Not only do they say the title of the. Yeah, Ellen, you put the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everybody wants the Naughty Waltz, even though I Left My Heart in San Francisco is a very nice one. So not only do they have the title, the Naughty Waltz, it says words by Irwin Stanley, music by Saul P. Levi, and then it says played by Arden and Oman. So it was played by 2 people. So this is 4 hands. But what I love, all of them say the names of the pianists that recorded them. And from what I've learned from Bob Berkman, is often or actually it wasn't Bob, I think it was Bob Sorda, our piano technician, told us that often the names are fake. And I'll get to that. There was a piano roll company, I don't know if any of you knew, QRS on Niagara Street. Up until recently, they made piano rolls there. The company's left Buffalo, but it's a Buffalo company, and it was the last American piano roll company. But we'll talk more about that after I load up the Naughty Dance. No, not the Naughty Dance, the Naughty Waltz, pardon me. So, you know, I'll lift, just so you see, this just looks so cool. I'll lift this up so you see some more of the mechanism while it's working, because it's just amazing. I think it's just amazing. I think it's Victor Arder or Alden and Phil Oman. Their signatures are there, which is great. So we roll it. Tempo is 65, or for dancing, 75. Let's split the difference and go with 70. Let's see, 70. You can change the tempos on the fly. So if it's too slow, I might leave it like this so you can see all these things moving. Here it goes. This is the naughty waltz, naughty waltz. And we're back. So that was the naughty waltz. It was actually quite nice. It wasn't so naughty. So Yeah, I put a close up with this camera so you could see that not only does it give you the music, but it's really meant to, you stand around the piano or in front of the piano and you read the text as it scrolls by and you sing along. And even I had never heard that song before, and I was singing in my head a little bit. So I hope you were too. Yes, you know, it is kind of cool to see, and I love all the bellows on the side, and if you lie down under the instrument, it's also fascinating, everything that's happening down there. You know, I have found a PDF of the 1927 service manual for this, and it's amazingly complicated, but it just walk you through how to fine-tune the instrument, how to set the soft level, the loud levels, all these things. And it actually, and I found it in my attic with all the other rolls, luckily, there even comes with a test roll that it tells you, you know, it plays all the notes from the bottom all the way to the top, then you bring it back at a certain speed and you time it, and if it takes an exact minute, you know that the timing is accurate, and if not, you adjust the timing. And then it starts playing softly, so you set the soft level. It actually has 16, from 0 to 15, so 16 levels of dynamic build-up. And it's all done through their 4 stacks, basically, that it can, in the 4 combinations, of all possible combinations of the 4. That's why it has 16 levels, 4 times 4. Let's see, what are we going to play now? You know, this one, I have to play it. I picked it up. I'm playing it because it's a duo art, but it's called the Ukulele Lady. It's a foxtrot and song roll. Copyrighted in 1925, Irving Berlin, Inc. And it's played by Phil Oman, which I believe we heard Phil play recently. At least his name seems familiar. So let me switch here. Yeah, Paul. I don't know how many of you have seen. I think their door, the building still says QRS above it, and QRS for a long time. Their piano player. Let me see if I find Lawrence Cook, J. Lawrence Cook, and I have a roll over here that he recorded, and that's how it worked. They would have a piano player that would. And not everything was recorded in one pass. Sometimes things were recorded twice. So sometimes the instrument would play more notes than more notes than a human could play. So and we have some here that are 4 hands also recordings. So it's pretty cool. What was this that we're playing? Oh yes, the Ukulele Lady. Yeah, so it's 100 tempo for dancing and 80 for singing. Well, I'm not going to sing, so we're going to set it to 100 because we're that kind of crowd here. 100. Maybe I'll set it just a little lower. But okay, this is dual art, so I have to flip that switch. And I'll do it like this. And away we go. Oh, there we go. I don't know how many of you have seen, I remember when I was younger, I had a CD of Mahler playing Mahler, and it was from piano rolls, because a lot of these composers, the technology either didn't exist or it was just not very good wax rolls and things, so in some cases it's the closest that you can get to hearing these composers and these great musicians and pianists playing. Thank you. Thank you. I just told a really long speech that nobody heard. So I was saying how these things, thank you, sorry about the mic. I was talking about how a lot of these artists, look, even Ellen texted me. Thank you, I apologize. But in the early 20th century, this is really the only way we could capture a lot of these composers and pianists performing. When I was younger, I had a CD of Mahler playing Mahler, and it was piano rolls that were on a restored instrument. Because this, like I mentioned, this is a George Steck piano, but actually the Aeolian company owned the system, the Duo Art system. And they put the system into Steinway pianos as well. Those are incredibly sought after because they're just better pianos. And actually, that was partly what did the Aeolian company, the Duo Art system in the Steinway wasn't really didn't really see Duo Art as a competitor in player pianos, but they were concerned that they were putting out pianos competing with Steinway pianos. So they signed, Duo Art wanted to have their system in a lot of Steinways, and they signed this crazy one-sided deal that really benefited Steinway and not Duo Art Aeolian company. And the company went bankrupt during the Great Depression. So that's why this is 1920s, and the rest is history. So I wanted to play some Schumann. I don't know who's playing here, but it's I believe it's a Duo Art. Is it no, it's not a Duo Art. That's too bad. But we'll still play it and see. It doesn't say who's playing. That's interesting. It's a novelette, Opus 21, number 1, key F major, Schumann. But I doubt it's Schumann playing. I'm pretty certain. And it's funny because over here it says D minor. So who knows which part is real, but we'll switch and see. Catchy tunes. These are catchy tunes. And I promise if this isn't good or if it's not as advertised, we'll just stop it and go on to something else. Oh, there we go. So it has a little hook there. There it hooks. Comes down, Duo Art off. Okay, I gotta set the tempo to 40. And away we go. Okay, okay. Hold on a second. Ah. Oh my God, I can't stand it. So I didn't hear everything before the show, so that's what happens. Let me stop it and re-roll it. Ooh, so that's the nice. Yes, yes, indeed, the pianist needs to practice a little more, and that's actually I've come to realize this with a lot of these rolls. Just because somebody recorded it back then doesn't mean they were good at the piano. And that's a classic example of, oh my goodness, you should not have done that. So let me get rid of that one. That one goes into the dud pile. You know, when was it? The other day I was super yes, well, it started in D and went to F really quickly. The other day I brought a roll from home. I was super excited because it said it was Beethoven's Symphony No. 5. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I get here and it's Symphony No. 5, but it's the second movement, the slow movement. And it's dreadful. It's dreadfully slow and just not well played. So let's not hear it. This one is really cool. And it is a duo art, so I have to flip that on. This one, I almost bid on this on eBay, and I'm hoping I'll find the first part. Is because if you look on eBay, just go to eBay and Google piano rolls, and oh my goodness, there's everything there. So this is Rhapsody in Blue by Gershwin, played by Gershwin himself. And it actually comes in two parts, roll number one, part one, part two. I was able to find today part number, the second part. So I'm sorry, you're gonna miss the glissando at the beginning. It's on YouTube actually, the player piano of it. But here we have part two. So let's hear it, because I think at least what I heard on YouTube sounded really cool. And again, where else are you going to hear, where else can you hear Gershwin playing Gershwin over and over, repeat, like he can just keep playing for you, which is fascinating. So yes, if you can see there, it has Gershwin's signature, a picture of Gershwin at the piano, and now I got to roll this back up because I got to hook it. It says, this music roll is my interpretation. It was recorded by me for the duo art, and I hereby authorize its use with that instrument. And the tempo is 80. So this should be fun. I'm really excited to hear this. I was very happy to find this one upstairs in the bin of rolls. And I think we should see his fingers. What did he say, 80? I think that's what I said. I think it's 80. If not, I'll speed it up. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, there's no viola part. Here we go. So this is Gershwin playing the second part of Rhapsody in Blue. Gershwin playing Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue for the dual art piano. That was pretty cool. I think. So, and it's really amazing. I don't know how it sounds for your speakers, but it's incredibly loud standing here next to the piano. It's a little bit, the piano's a little bit bright right now. It's a little bit bright, and tomorrow we're going to be working on trying to mellow the instrument a little bit because it's very bright this morning, and the hammers are a little bit too hard right now. So, it's getting to be wrap-up time, but I have one more piece I want to share. I have many more roles. We could be here all night, but just really quickly, I wanted to. I did it again. I did it again. So I apologize. It's the microphone. Thanks. Oh my. I got to say that all again. Yep, your mic. I got to read these things. So at any rate, I was thanking our sponsors, ABC Omega, our corporate sponsor, and the Collin Foundation, local foundation here that helps us make our concerts possible, and the New York State Council. Yes, indeed, you need lip reading lessons. Yeah, or I just need a buzzer, like somebody buzz me, call me on my cell phone. Ellen's texting me about it too. And the New York State Council on the Arts for making our concerts possible. And as always, also, viewers like you. If you want to go to, a lot of you have already contributed, but if you want to send us a little support, because even just tuning the piano and working on it is not free. So there's money that goes into all these streams. So you can always go to buffalochamberplayers.org/support, or I'll throw a link on PayPal if you just want to go straight to PayPal and throw anything, $5, $10, anything you feel like donating would be great. So, but let me switch back to this. I'll put a link in the chat in a sec. But this is Horowitz. I really, and I heard this today, and it's really cool, really cool. Yes, this is Vladimir Horowitz playing Saint-Saëns Danse Macabre as arranged by Liszt. And there you go. It has the QRS roll, QRS made right here in Buffalo, New York, on Niagara Street. That's really cool, I think. We should be proud of that. And, the player piano in the 30s sort of saw a decline, but in the 50s, they became popular again. And the company was able to stay in business through the 80s and 90s, and even a little into the 21st century. Yep, this one's really special. Let me see, does it say when it was recorded? No, but I would think it was early in his life. And in the chat, I think Donna mentioned that Rachmaninoff also recorded a lot for Duo Art, the Aeolian company. I'm not sure we have any Rachmaninoff, but I'll keep looking. And if anybody has piano rolls at home that they want to lend us or give to us, please do. So let me switch this up to do this. And this will be our last roll of the night, because we've exceeded our roll limit. And I want to go home. No, just kidding. I'm always happy to be here with you. So let's see. This is a Duo Art indeed. We bring it over here. So this is really amazing to be able to have Horowitz in your house playing for you. And I know you can do the same with a CD, but this is actually analog mechanically being done in front of your eyes. Let me close this because we don't need to see that. We can pretend that he's really here. That is there. And he doesn't need the music because he plays from memory. Oh, and what was the tempo? This is very important though. The tempo is, I'm not sure what it is. I had this earlier today. Tempo 80. There it is. It says they're really small. I wish they would make them all the same tempo, but they don't. So you have to change it. And yeah, I'll leave it like this so you can see his finger work. Enjoy. This is Danse Macabre by Sanson, arranged by Liszt and played by Horowitz. there you have it. That was Horowitz playing Saint-Saëns' Danse Macabre. That's arranged by Liszt, and that's pretty fabulous. Oh, thanks, Will, for the link. So yeah, that was really cool. That was a very exciting performance, and yeah, and it's pretty cool. So thank you for joining us tonight. This is probably going to be the last of these non-musical. Well, this is incredibly musical, but you don't see a lot of players playing here other than our player piano. We've been coming in here. We're going to be coming here also next week and recording things. I'm not sure we're going to stream next week. I'm still trying to figure out the schedule, but we're going to be doing chamber music. So thank you for tuning in. I'm putting it here. Let's see, where's this? We just came up with an easy, that paypal.me/Buffalo Players, easy way to send us a little something if you feel inclined. But we'll also be announcing a season of sorts starting in September. So expect something via email, and we'll post it on Facebook and things. That I think we're going to come up with some kind of subscription model that we'll be doing bigger concerts of playing here at Asbury Hall, recorded here, and a lot of them will also be live as well. But for the foreseeable future, we can't have an audience. So having said that, though, we're looking for outdoor opportunities, perhaps, with very limited seating. So again, we're working on a lot of things to try to keep bringing music to you. So thank you for tuning every week for our streams. And yeah, we appreciate you, and hope you enjoyed today's player piano concert, or reproducing piano. So I will see you maybe next week. No promises, but I'll let you know over the weekend, one way or another. That way you can make plans. And yeah, we'll have live music from here, socially distant. By the way, those asking, I do have a mask, but I'm the only one in Asbury Hall right now, so that's why I took it off. So especially when I forget to turn my mic on, you can read my lips. So thank you, and as always, stay well, stay healthy, and as we always end our shows with making whoopee. So see you soon. Bye-bye.